YouTube. Thank you so much for checking out my video, and please make sure that you click the subscribe button below and also check out some of the other videos I've done. Today's video is going to focus on how to build a makeup kit for people with sensitive skin. So it's really important that you're strategic about how you purchase makeup. That way you can have as much kit as possible and have the least amount of negative reactions on your skin. So just keep watching so that way you can learn some more about the strategies that I use to help grow my kit. What inspired me to initially even come up with this idea for the video is that when I first got into makeup back in 2012, I was really into MAC everything. And unfortunately, being so into just one brand, what I experienced a lot was breakouts and my eyes swelling and red patches and going into hives and just so many negative reactions from makeup just because I was only using one brand and not really researching what I bought. So basically I wanted to create this video so that way if someone who does have sensitive skin who might be kind of apprehensive about trying different brands and products, just kind of a strategy of things you can use, because unfortunately it's a part of the game that you are going to buy stuff that breaks you out and you might not be able to do anything about it, but just trying to make smarter decisions so you can try to avoid that. So my first strategy in terms of building your makeup kit is you definitely want to try products before you use them. Now, one way you can do this is when you go to the makeup store, granted it be Sephora, Ulta, MAC, they might have, or any other makeup brand counter, they might already have pre-packaged samples. So it might be a small container with a little bit of the foundation, tinted moisturizer, even blush and lipsticks, so that way you can try it out and then see if you have any reaction. For the samples, my idea would be that what you should do is take the sample home. Don't necessarily use the sample while you're there because you kind of want to try it on an average day, and then just try and wear the product all throughout the day. If your lips start burning or itching, if it's a lipstick, if your face starts burning and itching, that way you can automatically just go and wash it off. Because if you try it on in the store and then you start to have a bad reaction while you're still in the store, they might not necessarily have a sink or soap or washcloth for you to try and get it off your face, and then you're using like makeup remover to try to get it off, or alcohol, and that sometimes can make the problem even worse. So definitely try and get one of those little pre-made samples and take it home. That way you would be able to try the makeup on in the privacy of your own home, or in a situation where you would easily be able to wipe it off if you had a bad reaction. My second idea in terms, so next, if you do want to try a product and there isn't a pre-made sample of it, you definitely want to invest in some of these. So this is nothing special, this is just a clear, if you get a travel kit from Walmart, Target, Ulta, any kind of place, you can get a whole package of these for like $3 or $4. So basically what you want to do is go to the sample bottle that they have, the tester, open this right up, and then you want to pump some inside. That's not against the rules, it's not stealing. The tester is there for you to try it, but sometimes trying it in the store, especially with the store lighting, you'll think you're a whole nother shade than you really are. But the reason why I suggest this, especially for people with sensitive skin, is like I said, you could try it, wear it for a couple of days. There's some products where the first day you might be fine, but the second day you wear it, then you get a breakout. So you can definitely try it for a couple of days, see how it works out before you go on to make that purchase. So while on the topic of foundations, I think that's where you should invest the most money when you're building your makeup kit. So when you initially start your kit, I think you should just purchase one high-end foundation for your current skin tone at that time, and then you can continue to use it until the next season comes and then you need something else. So I know you're like, next season, need a new foundation. What is that? What is that all about? So this is the foundation that I purchased last summer. So I'm sure if you're looking at my face now and you're looking at this color, you're probably like, that's way too dark. But right now it's the beginning of July. By the time it's the end of July, this is going to be my foundation color. Now, on the other opposite end of the spectrum, in December, when it's been dark for a long time and it's officially full swing winter in New York, this is the color of my skin tone. Now, I know you're looking at this now and you're like, whoa, that's way too light. but this is going to be my winter color. So what you want to do is basically just buy 2 foundations. You only have to worry about what color you currently are at the time. So right now it's summer, so just buy one really good high-end foundation. Get a sample and try it out before you buy it, because this one was like $60. So you don't want to just buy it and then you have an allergic reaction. That's why I say try it out first. So definitely get your color for the season. Rock it out until eventually you start realizing your skin is, okay, I'm getting lighter, my tan is gone. If you're one of those people that keep up with tanning all year, then you could maybe keep tanning and stick with this color. But for the rest of us, then you want to go buy a winter color and then really just make sure that it matches you at the time. So then you'll have the 2, and you could even blend them, so that way in those in-between times, fall and spring, that way you could kind of make your own shade instead of having to buy another foundation. So these are 2 foundations that I really like. You don't necessarily have to get these. I have a whole video on foundations for sensitive skin, so definitely check those out. But your foundation is a place that you really want to kind of spend the money. I find that with drugstore foundations, unfortunately, I've had so many negative reactions that the only one that I really recommend is a product that I got from London and is super hard to find in the United States. Like, I haven't used any drugstore brand foundation and not having a negative reaction. So that's why I kind of err on the side of caution when it comes to drugstore foundations. And you also can't return them once you have a bad reaction, so that's even more reason for me to just go straight to the high end. Try it out, get a sample, see if it works first. You can even talk to the person at the counter. People who have sensitive skin, what's the most popular foundation that they usually try, and then really just invest in that one. Your foundation, your base, that's what really solidifies your look. You don't want it to look separated or chalky or clinging to certain spots, so you definitely want to just spend the extra money on that and then kind of save money elsewhere when building your kit. Okay, so the next place where you should start after you get your foundation is eyeshadows. Eyeshadows are excellent in terms of just a quick little thing that you could do. Put 2 colors, blend it out, and you look completely made up. This is a really great place where you can save money in your makeup kit. There's absolutely no reason to go start spending $100, $80, even $50 on an eyeshadow palette. I know that on the internet you'll see a lot of hype about this is the new eyeshadow palette, everybody has it. You don't need that. Once you put the eyeshadows on and you blend it out, as long as they're pigmented and opaque, it really doesn't matter what brand they're from. All the following eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to mention are $25 or less. Some of them I have to pay for shipping, so you could factor that in. But you really don't need to spend that much on your eyeshadow palette. So my first one is, these are, it's funny, Black Radiance has some really great products that I feel like people don't mention that much. But this is a very well loved, as you can tell by all the pan that's hit on it, eyeshadow palette. It comes with all these different colors. That light tan color that's basically almost gone, I use that to like be like my neutral skin tone, and then like to blend out all the other colors, so that's why it's like almost empty. But it's a really great palette. I paid $7 for this at Walmart. So I'm trying to hold it to the side because the glare from the light is kind of making it hard to see the colors, but they're really extremely pigmented. I'm just gonna go real quick to this brown. Like, that's one swipe. So you really have a lot of excellent drugstore beauty palettes. And similarly to this, Wet n Wild, sorry I looked down, Wet n Wild also makes a palette that's just like it, that comes with all the colors. And on the palette you'll see little words where it tells you like crease, eyelid, brow bone, and they basically tell you like how you can create a look either with going up and down on each side or either mix and matching. So that could be kind of cool if you're new to makeup and you just want to try something fun out. So this is like a blue kind of one. This one was more of like an earthy green and brown. Definitely had to cop the purple one. For those of you that don't know, if you have brown eyes, purple eyeshadows really pop. So this is a purple one. I haven't really used it that much because purple is very like much a look. So it's like if you're not going out, you could wear purple eyeshadow every day. It's up to you, but to me it just seems like it's a lot. And then this is another one from Wet n Wild that's kind of like a neutral color. So I'm gonna keep going because like I said, there's so many affordable eyeshadow palettes, and when you think about it, each palette has 8 colors and I have 4 palettes. Like, that's what, 32 different colors? Please let that math be right. And basically I spent less than 50 bucks. And you can get these at Walmart, Target, anywhere where they sell Wet n Wild makeup and Black Radiance products. I'm pretty sure they have the same manufacturer, because for two companies to have a product that looks that identical, yeah, it's probably the same person making it. But I just really like the Black Radiance one because the colors do go with deeper or dark skin tones. So another company that makes really great affordable products that I'm definitely going to feature when I get to the lip and eyebrow stuff is NYX. So I definitely wanted to just show off their palette just so you can see another alternative. So a lot of the NYX palettes are similar to high-end palettes. So right now, Urban Decay, Everybody Naked, even though I think the palettes are absolutely not worth it, a lot of people like them, so a lot of companies are on the nude naked looking trend. So this is the NYX, I don't even know how to pronounce that name, Luxie Matte. Maybe you guys can do better with it because it's like the X's in it, so I'm not really sure about that enunciation. But basically, this is all different kinds of nude colors. You have some that are matte, satin, and then also that have like shimmer, glitter, kind of that little pop of color extra that you want, and then also dark colors to like put in the crease or if you want to line your lash with it. So also I think this was $11 at Target. Great product. They also sell NYX products at Ulta, and there's like an NYX store now that's starting to pop up. So definitely check these palettes out, for they're a real good price and they're extremely pigmented. For those of us who are either from across the pond or visiting London anytime soon, these are Sleek palettes. It has a mirror, so I'm gonna be very strategic to not blind you. So these are basically their nude palette. Okay, so the plastic's doing the same thing, but it has a lot of great colors. A little brush that just fell out, a little spoolie thing that's not really helpful to anyone unless it's like an emergency and you left all your makeup brushes at home. But yeah, a lot of different, okay, the plastic's not helping, sorry about that, guys. So lots of different nude colors, from white all the way to like a deep copper tone. They're really great, very pigmented. This is currently my favorite palette of the moment, but Sleek makeup is really affordable. I'm pretty sure that you could buy them online and that they ship to the United States. So my last favorite, if you follow makeup on YouTube or you're anywhere on Instagram, you've definitely seen this palette. This is Juvia's The Masquerade palette. This palette is everything. I think it was about $20–25, but it was a gift, so I'm not really sure, but it is amazing. These colors are phenomenal. Like the way that in my camera it looks like that's super bright and like pink, and that's super bright and purple. That's the colors that they are in real life. Like they look that amazing. When you go to follow them on Instagram and see people's tutorials with them, it looks amazing. Like I love this eyeshadow palette. A few of the colors, mainly this Casablanca, this is the only one that gives me issues in terms of having fallout on my face, so definitely do your eyes first and then your foundation, just general tip. But this is a phenomenal foundation. So phenomenal eyeshadow palette. So one idea that you can do is basically, if you go by you can use this color or like whatever color is closest to like a nude for you. So there's also this Zulu, that one too, depending on your skin tone. Or, well, this one's a little too red, but just take one of those colors in the front and then put the glittery, shiny, poppy color on the outside, and your eyes will look amazing. This palette is worth everything. If you can only get one of the eyeshadows that I mentioned, either get one of the Black Radiance Wet n Wild little small palettes, or get this one. Those are easier to travel with, so if you're only going to have one for home and on the go, then maybe one of those. But if you have like a makeup table and everything full setup, get this. This is it. This is the best eyeshadow palette ever. I love this thing. I'm going to do a separate review on this one because it's so great. So the reason why I mentioned all those eyeshadow brands was, more importantly, besides the pigmentation, the affordable price, and the awesome color payoff, I said that twice, but it was so great I had to, they do not cause me to have allergic reactions. I've had a lot of affordable eyeshadow palettes that I purchased offline that I put the eyeshadow on my eyes and my eyes literally swole shut. So not to throw anyone under the bus, but B&H Cosmetics Coastal Scents, I just bought it. They were, what was it, like 88 colors for $30, and both palettes, as soon as I put it on, my eyes swole shut the next day, and I had to take Benadryl, and they were crusty, and I couldn't see, and I had to wear glasses instead of contacts, which is like a big deal for me. But so those brands that I just mentioned, it's not so much maybe that they have less chemicals or they're not organic eyeshadows or anything special, but having sensitive skin, even the most glitter packed shades, I was able to put it on, not have irritation with my contacts, wash it off my face, and not have red eyelids or staining or anything on my skin. So all of those eyeshadows are just really high quality eyeshadows for an awesome price, which is why I included them in this video for if you have sensitive skin and you're building your kit. Yes, the cute little individual eyeshadows for $20 each are also awesome too, but when you're just starting off, or if you can afford to splurge, then that's one thing. But if you're just starting off, you might not want to necessarily be spending $15 for just one color when you can get a whole palette for $25. So just something to think about while you're building your makeup kit. Okay, so another important product that you're going to need for your kit, but maybe you're not really sure for sensitive skin, is concealer. Now, I find that with a lot of skin issues, once you put your foundation on, they'll kind of be remedied, or it'll be at least 90% or 80% covered. So if you find that you put your foundation on and only like 60% of what you want covered, I would say do another layer, or maybe just add some more in those certain spots. But if you need concealer, like if you want to do a drastic under eye highlight, or just to like spot check like some discoloration or pimples or anything, these are your girls. So this is the LA Pro Girl Concealer. I don't know how you watched any kind of YouTube videos and never seen these before. There we go. I'll let that sit for a second so you can see exactly what the packaging looks like. These are available at your local beauty supply store for probably $3-4. If it's more than $4, go to another beauty supply store because you can find it for cheap. This is a corrector one, so this one is red. So I use this for brightening like dark areas, so like around my mouth or underneath my eyes. But be very sparing with this because you will look like a tomato face if you put too much of this on. But yeah, so basically these concealers are the best concealers for your money. Since I say try to correct most of your issues with the foundation, that's why I'm more hesitant to recommend high-end concealers. My favorite concealers are high-end concealers. But if you're just building your kit, especially if you're building it like a sensitive skin kit for professional use, you'll be able to get more of these, and you can get it in every shade as compared to if you're buying concealers that are $20-30 each. So also, these did not break me out, and some people use them as like a whole face foundation because they're just that awesome and they don't have an effect on your skin. So definitely try these out and then maybe move to the higher end concealers. But especially in the summertime now, your face is going to be super high and oily, and you should be more worried about putting sunscreen on than extra makeup. So you don't really need concealer right now, I don't think. But if you do maybe want to just skip foundation and just use concealer, get these LA Pro Girls. They're awesome. So as much as I'm giving drugstore referrals, so that way if a product does break you out, you won't be as upset because you only spent $5 on it as compared to $20. I do have my fair share of high-end makeup that hasn't caused me to have a reaction. One product in particular, NARS blushes. Everyone loves NARS blushes because why? They're pigmented, they last forever, and they look great on a range of skin tones. They don't just look great on lighter skin tones, they look awesome on deep and dark skin tones also. So that's why $25 a blush, people are still getting them because they're great. So the first one I'm going to show is Exhibit A, especially for people who have dark or deep skin tones. This is a, I would say, classic blue based red, and it looks awesome. You just use a little bit so that way you won't look like you're upset. But this is a great blush. Did not break me out at all. I'm just going through them real quick just to show you the different shades. Just an option, something to think about. You might see one that you really like and want to go get that one. This one is French name. I'll put it up here. Please focus. Alright, now I'm going to have to try and say it. Couleur Battante. So it's I probably butchered that name. Oops, sorry, mirror. But this is like a fuchsia pink, super cool color. Again, used sparingly. Another NARS blush, like all in my lap, so that's why I keep looking down. is Taos. This is the Orgasm for chocolate girls. So Orgasm blush is super cute as a highlighter, not so much as a blush depending on your skin tone. So Taos is really what I think if you have a darker skin tone. That was the first one I bought. Like, definitely cop that. You're gonna love it. Next one that's kind of like a Orgasm for darker skin tones, Outlaw, but this one's more berryish, but it does kind of have that iridescent flex that that Orgasm's famous for. So that's why I would say this is another Orgasm for darker skin tones. That's Outlaw. Again, love these products. Not one negative reaction from any of them. Last but not least is Desire. This is again that like classic baby doll bubblegum blush look, and I know you're probably like, that color looks crazy, but it really looks good when you put it on. So NARS blushes, there we go. You might not want to get them all for your kit. Just really try them out in store. It's harder to get a sample of that because it is a powder product, but definitely put your finger in it, swipe it on your face, see what happens. But try them out. They're expensive, so you can always return them at Sephora, but like I said, you definitely want to try stuff first so that way you don't spend your money to see whether or not you're gonna have a reaction to it. So I'm gonna put bronzer and highlighter in one category because I basically feel like I haven't really tried drugstore ones. Unfortunately, a lot of the drugstore brands haven't made the commitment to make contour products or bronzers that are dark enough for deep or dark skin tones. So a lot of the bronzers that I did buy, they ended up being highlighters or eyeshadows because they were the wrong color. So I did end up having to just make the plunge. So even though this was $50, the terracotta bronzer from Guerlain is worth every penny. I've had it for 2 years now, and I use this every day religiously, and I just hit pan in the middle. So this is shade 8 in Ebony. So this is a really great bronzer. Now a lot of other a lot of other makeup companies are starting to come out with darker bronzers, so I'll give those a try, but this never broke me out and it looks really great. Guerlain products are a little expensive though, but I haven't really, from what I've tried, haven't had any negative reactions, so that definitely might be a brand worth investing in. Hourglass, this is the ambient lighting powder in the shade Radiant Light. I have a whole highlighter video full of highlighters that don't break me out, but like I said, I find that powder products are less likely to cause a negative reaction to your skin than liquid products. So that's why I just want to recommend this one instead of necessarily recommending like the drops from Cover FX and stuff, because those things, I feel like liquid products have in the past caused me to have more reactions, and that could just be me. But like I said, powders, I would definitely just build in your kit, start out. I feel like highlighters are almost universal-ish, so you could get this one and then just put it on whoever you're highlighting at the moment. So setting powders. So when it comes to setting powders, I kind of have two ways that I do it. One way is if I have a lighter, thinner foundation, so like MAC Face and Body, or if I'm only putting foundation in strategic spots, then I will set my foundation with the powder foundation. So the foundation I do that with is Studio Fix powder. Oh, opened it the wrong way. Studio Fix powder, go buy this. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. There might be other, blowing it off a little bit, there might be other brands with other powders, but this powder is just really great. I haven't had any negative reactions to it. This is my second or third one. It's really great for just getting rid of that shine that's all over my face right now, but it adds more color also, but it doesn't necessarily add as much as a second layer of liquid foundation would. So definitely just get a powder that is the correct color that matches your foundation. That way you can just set oily spots, or on days where you don't feel like putting a whole liquid of foundation, you could just get a big brush and your foundation's done. I also, for when I have really pigmented, very opaque looking foundations that my color is already good and I just need to get rid of that oil, I use NARS's translucent light reflecting setting powder. Now I do currently have that on my face now, but it's been a few hours, so unfortunately oils are starting to break through my forehead and tops of my cheeks, and my nose are starting to show light. But basically this is definitely a really good product. You will have to touch up with this, unfortunately, but it doesn't cause me any negative reactions. I'm trying to think. The Makeup Forever HD setting powder looked horrible in pictures, and it didn't necessarily cause me to have an actual like breakout bumps, hives reaction. But when I washed it off my face, the places where I went and like were touching up like my nose and forehead during the day, they were noticeably red compared to the rest of my skin tone. So I might, maybe, I'm sure that was like 2 or 3 years ago. They might have reformulated it now. It might be something awesome and amazing. I just haven't gone back since I did have that negative experience. So definitely try and be careful with, I feel like setting powders have a lot more chemicals in it because they're trying to control your oil, mattify your face, and then also give your makeup that airbrush look. So definitely be careful with the setting powders. Next is mascaras. You don't necessarily need a high-end mascara. Some of the best mascaras are drugstore mascaras. Keep in mind that every 3 months you should be throwing your mascara in the garbage. If you get pink eye, if you start to have issues with allergy, any kind of sickness that might compromise your eye health, you have to throw that mascara in the garbage. So I say that to say this. I just had to throw an expensive mascara in the trash because I was sick, and it was heartbreaking. So it's better to just stick with the drugstore one, so that way every 3 months you'll be throwing away like clockwork and your eyes will stay healthy. Very important. So some of my favorite picks: the Color Mascara from NYX. I originally tried the Color Mascara from Benefit, and that was great too. But in terms of a blue mascara, I just wasn't going to keep spending $20 over and over for a blue one. So affordable option, I got NYX mascara, and as you can see, it's really pigmented, really blue. I actually need to start wearing this more. Great mascara, and the brush is really good too in terms of putting on product. This one, Max Factor Voluptuous False Lash Effect. That's actually what I have on now, you can see. But I don't really like this one in particular. It was the last one there, and I just wanted it just because. And it's a black brown color, so you can't even see it. Like, it makes my eyelashes look longer, but it doesn't make it look like I have more lashes. They're still a little see-through-y. So it looks very natural and great for every day, but I want it in Black is Black. Then I would have been more happy with it. False Lashes by MAC. For years, I thought MAC had horrible mascaras. I was listening to the hype on YouTube, but it's not true. Some of their mascaras actually are good. So this False Lash Effect one, this is the one I use every day. It makes my lashes look amazing. The brush isn't anything special, but something about this weird looking brush and the formula just make your eyelashes look really, really long and more voluminous. Not that much more volume, so you might have to use another mascara for volume first, but put this on afterward to make it longer. Amazing. In terms of a primer, this is NYX Big and Loud. So this is a Pore Seals base. So it has all those little fake little hairs. I don't know if you see that sticking at the top. Let me put my hand in front of it. Wait. Can you focus? No, my face is still there. That's why. Work with me, camera. Alright, not today. Well, anyway, it has all these fake little hairs in it, so that way they can like build your lash longer, and then you put your perfume on top. I actually usually get the Lancome one, but I figured, hey, I'm at NYX, let me try this one, and it works just as good as the Lancome version. Best mascara of all time. Voluminous Million Lashes from L'Oreal. You want to get the Black is Black, which I think this 635 is the number. Look at the brush. You can already tell how big it is and how spaced out the bristles is. Like, no lash left behind. This is it. It's like $8 or $7 from Target, Walmart, Ulta. Just go buy it. This is the only mascara you ever really need. I don't even know why I showed you the other ones. This is the best one ever. The reason why I love these mascaras, like I said, no allergic reaction. The worst allergic reaction besides the foundation isn't mascara, because then your insides of your eyelids start to itch a little bit, and then you're like, I can't even scratch the inside of my eyelids, so what is going on with my life? So definitely get affordable drugstore mascaras. Like I said, once in a while if you want to splurge on one. And this one I actually, to tell the truth, I got for free through the MAC customer loyalty program that they just started. I bought a couple things and then they just gave me this free mascara. But definitely be careful with the mascaras. The hard thing is you don't want to try it on because people constantly putting the other little spoolies that have been out on the inside, and it adds air, and then if someone pumps the little spoolie, it adds bacteria. So honestly, you're gonna just have to take the loss on mascaras. Don't try them in the store. That's probably one of the best ways to get some kind of eye infection, pink eye situation. Definitely don't use the thing and take it straight to your eye that's in the tester. That's gross. And even if you see like a real professional makeup artist do mascara, they sometimes even like get a squeezable one and like squeeze it out, or they'll take like a back of a tip and put it on a palette and then put it on your eye. They never take the spoolie, put it straight in, put it to your face. So sorry, I don't really advise trying out mascaras. Just go get L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes and then it'll be amazing. You'll never have to even worry about trying it. Okay, now when it comes to lipsticks, that is my favorite makeup. Whether it's a lipstick, lip gloss, lip stain, liquid lipstick like I'm wearing now. That's my weakness. So take that as a disclaimer before I give any advice about lip products. So as you can, I don't know if you can see behind me, I'll try to zoom it in a little bit. That is my, there we go. That's my lipstick stash, that whole little container. And then also I have some extra lipsticks in that little white container. Listen, you can't just get one. It's like potato chips. Gotta keep going. So my favorite drugstore lipstick is Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick. Favorite shade is Sandalwood Beige 240. So this is a lipstick. These are a little bit more expensive compared to other drugstore lipsticks. They cost, I would say, probably like $7 or $8 when other drugstore lipsticks cost $3 or $4. But they're worth it if you have dry lips. They're super moisturizing and the colors last for 4 or 5 hours. So these are the closest dupe to high-end lipsticks. Now most of the lipsticks I own are MAC lipsticks. So quickly, I mean, I'll do a video on my MAC lipsticks, but Ruby Woo, Girl About Town, Red Racer, which was a limited edition from a Hey Sailor collection, Morning Rose, I think that was another limited edition. I have a lot of different MAC favorite lipsticks, but to me, MAC lipstick is like the gold standard. Whether it be matte, satin, a luster. Oh, Touch, that's a luster by MAC. It's like half lipstick, half lip gloss, and it's brown. It looks amazing on brown girls. You should probably go buy that too for your sensitive skin kit. Although there's all these not necessarily rumors. I do know back in the day MAC used to have a whole bunch of like horrible chemicals in their lipstick, but I think they've changed that now. I haven't had any negative reactions or breakouts to a MAC lipstick. If it's your personal kit, I just say every once in a while splurge on yourself. Get one at a time. You don't necessarily need to go in there and buy 10 lipsticks. Get one at a time. Try each one out. Wear it separately so that way you'll know if a color did break you out, which one it was. If it's a kit to use on other people, I would definitely say maybe look into lip palettes. I don't like using lip brushes because I have dry lips, so it's like it's exfoliating while putting on the lip, and now even though my lip was already scrubbed, it's like scrubbing it again, and now it's peely and gross. So I'm not a fan of the lip brush, but maybe that might be a better alternative instead of buying a lot of individual lipsticks, because it'll be easier to travel with a lip palette. But for me, in terms of building a personal kit, I say go with the higher end lipsticks, only because they last longer. Like, you can put on Ruby Woo and wear it for like 7-8 hours between eating and drinks and only have to retouch a little bit. Like, when I wear a lot of the more affordable, especially when we're talking like the $1, $2 lipsticks, it won't even last 2 hours, and then it's just like you keep having to reapply, and that's making the lipstick smaller and smaller and smaller, and before you know it, you have to buy. I've had some of my MAC lipsticks for at least like 2-3 years. Maybe that's probably past the expiration date, but they last for a long time. So I would say with the lipsticks, it's definitely your preference. If it's your own personal kit, you know, splurge here and there, but then also maybe have some of the drugstore ones mixed in there. But if you're using it for other people, you might want to get, maybe you could buy the lipsticks individually and melt them down and make your own lip palette. But I feel like just going straight off the bat and just purchasing the lip palette in general might be better. So in terms of setting sprays, I know I was trying to make this a short video, but that's out the window. I definitely only really use high-end setting sprays. They have all these videos about making your own setting spray, so maybe I need to look into that. But as of right now, these are the 3 beauties I have in my kit. This is the MAC Fix Plus. There's like videos that show you how to use this for your hair and all kinds of other stuff. But this is really good just for setting your makeup. If you used a lot of matte products and you finish your makeup and you're like, ooh, I look dry, you can spray this, bring it back to life. Before you use a sponge, if you don't want to walk all the way to the sink to put water on the sponge, spray some of this. This has a lot of amazing uses, but I definitely use it one last spray to set my makeup when I'm walking out the door, or to like rehydrate my face before I put my makeup. Another one, this is Urban Decay by Skindinavia's All Nighter. This will make your makeup no budge, no matter what. I also like the D-Slick. I've never used the dewy one, but this one and the D-Slick are really great. They make your makeup last all day. And then no matter what makeup setting spray I use, afterward I use Rosemary setting spray by Supergoop. This is SPF 50. I definitely had this in my other video, and I just put this on so that way I could get a little SPF. I sprayed on my neck and décolletage, if that's also going to be out too, just to add that extra layer of protection. Oh, and lastly, I definitely want to say that your kit is individual to you. I feel like different people build their kits out in different ways. And like I said, since I'm a lippy person, I had a lot of high-end expensive lippies, and then everything else was drugstore in my kit. In terms of really focusing on strategies for buying for sensitive skin, just to sum up, try out products, get samples or make your own little samples by bringing the little plastic containers. Definitely do your research. There's a lot of products that if you go online, you'll see like a whole bunch of people having bad reactions, and it's just like, you know what, maybe I don't need to try that. So definitely try to, what is it, a wise man learns from the smart man. So definitely try and see what other people think about something before you buy it. Do a little bit of research for everything. It doesn't have to be hours and hours of research, but just watch a few videos, put in the name of the product, then sensitive skin, see what comes up. And basically just take your time. I mean, unless you're automatically about to start working as a makeup artist, or you need a kit for like your wedding or a specific event, do it over time. I know you guys see in my videos I have lots of makeup behind me. Also on the other side there's a little bit more that's cut off. Rome wasn't built in a day. I've been buying makeup for years. A lot of it I've had accumulated and had over time. So don't necessarily feel like I have to spend $500 and buy everything I need. That's definitely not the case. So take your time, try products out. Ask your friends and family who have sensitive skin. You'll be surprised how many people, especially older women in your family, who might have, like, I've been wearing this Bobbi Brown foundation for years, and you should get it because I have the same skin issues you have and your mom might have, and you could try it and you won't have an issue. Like, you'd be really surprised how many stories like that are passed down. So lastly, I just want to end off with the lippy that I'm wearing because I really, really love it. And I only have one so far, so I don't know if that's enough to do a video. But this is Smashbox's Be Legendary Liquid Pigment Lipstick in the color Bad Bee. And I love that the little doe foot applicator has like a little curve. Can you guys see that? Well, it's hard to see, but it has like a little curve, so it like hugs directly to your lip. And you don't even need like lip liner or anything. Like, look how awesome that looks. Even in like the little corners. It looks great, right? So I think this might be my way for summer, because I don't want to do the matte lip because then it's like it's dry and peely, but if you wear lip gloss in the summer it could like melt off. This is like the perfect mix of both, so I'm getting more of these. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, share this video. If you have sensitive skin and you're interested in other things about makeup, leave it in the comments below. That way I could make a video about it. We can share. I really feel like it's important for other people to learn from maybe my makeup mistakes, that I've had reactions that could have been prevented. So keep watching. There's definitely more to come, and have a great day.